Hello! This is a stream about Convoy, not about Icewind Dale and all my problems about it. So just a little bit about Convoy. Anyone who played FTL or watched my stream way back when I did board game streams, because I had table space and dogs and or no dogs and cats who would knock everything over. Basically, this is kind of like it in that you have some vehicles and you're going around upgrading your parts and stuff like that, your cars and whatever, so that you can basically acquire the necessary MacGuffins to fix your spaceship that crash landed. Of course, when you land, it's a Mad Maxian, everyone's trying to take over your convoy and or kill them or whatever, so you're having to defend them with your various bumper cars and stuff like that. I will... Deaton, if you can message that link to me, I can check it out after the stream. Yeah, just message it to me directly on Discord or whatever, or Messenger. But anyways, yeah, so I will hop into the Convoy time and show you what it's like. And even as a similar kind of load time screen and stuff like that as FTL a bit, it's made by different folks. Oh, okay, cool. Convoy by C.W. McCall. I have not heard of that. Oh, calculating the losses. There will be losses. I've played this game about 13, 14 times, and I've won once. And that was on easy mode. So there's our Mercury. Explosions abound. And, you know, not the worst crash landing, but a crash landing nonetheless. So it shows only 8 games. There's some games where I was just like, this is not gonna happen, so I quit before I realized, oh, the actual losses count, and actually I should keep on playing through to the end when I explode. But, yeah, these are different achievements, and each achievement that you get unlocks new vehicles that you can start the game with. So, yeah, basically what I've done so far is I defeated the boss. I've killed 35 enemies in a single run. Killed 250 in total. I defeated the Raider mini-boss. I killed an enemy without taking any damage. Won a combat without firing any shots. And got an enemy unit to kill another one. And then stayed a while and listened to everyone's problems. So the ones that I haven't done, they're pretty interesting, but mainly like boss related. Like I have to kill the boss without using any laser, plasma, or rail guns, or vice versa, no machine guns, cannons, or rocket launchers, or defeat the boss without firing a shot, which means you better have chainsaws and buzzsaws and all that stuff attached to your cars to ram them completely. And there's a dragon somewhere in the world that I have to kill. So, anyways, we will just do a new game. So these are the starter cars that I have so far. The ones in black I have not unlocked yet. So each car starts with 1 or 2 slots, or your starter cars anyways. The middle vehicle I'll go to in a minute. But your starter cars, your escort vehicles basically, they either have red slots for weapons or yellow slots for utility things like shields or boosters or like computer targeting systems, stuff like that. So what I like to do is I like to kind of have one of each, but these are the different ones, and that's what a shield looks like. One of the cars does start with a shield. But, yeah, that there's also, I think, 3 or 4 different size categories of vehicles, and you do get an achievement if you beat the boss with all just super small vehicles. I'm not going to try that yet, though. And then there's also a car that starts with just a bunch of weaponry, but the one that I won the game with on easy was this one, where I was able to get lucky and find some shields and stuff like that pretty early on. So I'll stick with that. So I've only unlocked 2 of the big vehicles, and this is the main vehicle you're escorting throughout the game. You either start with an EMP jammer or a rocket launcher. Honestly, the EMP jammer basically knocks out a vehicle for about 5 or 10 seconds, which, if they're about to run off a cliff or hit a wall or something, that's perfect for them to just basically go like, ah, babushka. But the rocket launcher is a little bit faster, I believe. Let me double check. So it has a cooldown 20 versus the EMP that has a cooldown of 12. Never mind. So the EMP is a little bit faster, but the rocket launcher does a lot of heavy damage, which at the start of the game, the quicker you kill things, the less damage you're going to take. So I like taking this guy. Also, I just unlocked him, so, you know, let's give it a go. So I have a light pulse laser, so DPS is damage per second. There's hit point damage and AP damage. The hit point is the target's health. AP is their armor. Basically, any hits that you do that against them are mitigated by the target's armor rating. So it won't damage their armor, but it does just consistent health damage. That is a lot more DPS because it's a machine gun. But again, no armor piercing damage. So right now my only way to pierce armor or get it off enemies is with the missile launcher, which is another reason why I want to take it. So I will go ahead and say, we'll do normal. It might not go so well, but we'll see. And I do not want those. Just definitely am not ready. I'm not that good at this game yet, so. So this is how the game mainly looks. You activate your main vehicle's weaponry by pressing the D-pad up, down, left, right, and then fire like that. And then you select your vehicles, and that's their range of their weapons. Some vehicles have larger range than others, so you just move them around and get them set up. So, yeah. Alright, welcome to Convoy. After enduring an ion storm, your spaceship was forced to make an emergency landing on the planet Omek Prime due to critical damage to its primary systems. The captain has ordered you to traverse the planet in search of replacement parts. Obtaining these will allow the spaceship to continue its mission. So, I would normally select this, but I'll show you what we're trying to pick up. So, Captain wants you to collect the following parts and bring them to the spaceship. Omek Prime is a world filled with danger. 3 factions fight for control of the planet. They are the Privateers, the Raiders, and the Torvak, or the Torvak. Managing to survive in this harsh world where most arguments are settled with violence is key to your success. Any questions? Sure, what are the factions? They're pretty obvious, but let's go over them. The Privateers used to work as bounty hunters, working under a letter of marque for the sprawling, now fallen, land in our empire. They were given the right to enforce law on Omek Prime. The heat and behavior of other factions has caused them to lose track of their initial goals and to resort to adhering to the pirate law of the Seven Seas back on planet Old Earth. They are obsessed by wealth and frequently try to bully travelers into handing over their valuables. Privateer vehicles tend to be composed of whatever they're managed to pillage. This is why they're often spotted sporting Torvak's shield generators and other equipment. Their vehicles tend to be slower, though. They are recognized on the map by their green color. And the Raiders. The Raiders are people that got infected with a xenomicroorganism after the breach of quarantine station Dimar. I don't know how to Anyways. It enhances their senses and capabilities both physically as well as mentally, but causes them to behave erratically. So, smart Reavers, like fast zombies. That's kind of scary. Reavers from Firefly, Serenity Universe. They delight in suffering of others, often attacking travelers simply for the pleasure of combat. Raiders favor vehicles with loads of weapons. They tend to forego the utility slots in favor of more weapon slots. This makes most of their vehicles glass cannons that need to be destroyed before they get any serious damage in. They are recognizable on the map by their red color. And then the DRVAKs. They are a tech cult that rose after AI made their first replicator facility. They praise tech above all else, seeking to imitate what they admire in actual AI. They seek technological advancement in everything they do, exterminating everything and everyone that stands in the way of their perceived best course of action. Their vehicles usually have a balanced mix between weapon and utility slots. Whilst their light units are quite fast, their bigger ones trade speed for bulky armor. And they are blue, because robots, aka Jax. So, the objectives. We need to get a chip, a flux capacitor, a booster, and self-sealing stem bolts. It's a lot of flavor text, so I'll just... They're mechanical parts. We need to get them. Alright, let's go. So, on the map, there's you can tag objectives, and they will tell you how far and in what direction they are with that arrow. And basically, once we get parts, one of these main objective parts in, we can drop it off at our spaceship, either whenever, to basically get things done. But the first thing I always like to do is find out where the nearest camp is. The camps are where you go to resupply, upgrade, everything like that. So on the left side, you have your vehicles. You can have up to 4 escort vehicles. And you have your HP meter and your armor meter. And on the top right, you have how many screws you have, which is money in this world. Then you have your fuel. And then the 0 out of 3 is your main objective parts. There is an achievement for bringing all 4 parts in, but you need to win the game at least twice to get your 4-part capacity in. The bottom right is any weapon or items or anything that you found that are basically waiting to be installed. I don't have anything yet. Also, the terrain does affect how fast you travel. Like when I'm traveling over the road, super fast. If I try to go over a mountain, not so fast. So you want to avoid mountains and stick to the roads if you can. Now, there's also side missions and things like that. It looks like an old abandoned service station has left its advertising signal on repeat. That, or it's an ambush. Considering this planet, the latter is probably true. Well, let's check it out. If it's an ambush, it's an ambush. Alright, upon approaching the service station, you don't seem to spot any approaching vehicles, nor hear any gunfire. Looks like it's really just an abandoned fuel station. Upon closer inspection, you manage to find some fuel reserves, which total 13 fuel, which is great. Because fuel, if you run out of fuel, you're stuck, and it's super bad news. So, definitely don't want to run out of fuel. So on the way to the camp, I just want to hit these things up. Whilst driving through the urban area, you spot a sign a bit further ahead saying, if you hit this sign, you will hit that bridge. There doesn't seem to be a bridge in sight, though. Let's slow down. You slow down and carefully look around for any dangerous bridges. Everything seems all clear, though. No bridges showed up. Better safe than sorry. Alright. You pass by some industrial buildings. Perhaps there's something interesting to be found. Circle around and investigate the streets. Let's do that. You discover an old vehicle in a rundown garage. It's trash, but it has some interesting parts. Let's disassemble them. Hey, trap. I've never believed in traps. And aid. So, what aid does is you don't take any ramming damage, which is amazing if you have like a chainsaw or a buzzsaw or something like that, because that's the main way that I love to knock vehicles into objects is equip my big vehicles with like a chainsaw or a buzzsaw or something like that and just run them off the road. So anyways, I'm going to continue taking the road. So you can see that the blue spots, that's where the Torovac kind of has more control. Gray is neutral area, so you could find anything. And now we're approaching Raiderland, which is where the camp is. So let's check that out. Alright, so can go to the shop here. So we can buy fuel, or we can buy a buzzsaw, which does 10 HP damage and 15 AP damage. That's good. I cannot select anything I cannot afford, though. So the only other thing I can afford is a Shield Mark 1. So that would be something that I can put on one of my vehicles, because they're both have yellow. So before I buy a shield, let's go to the vehicles. So they have different upgrades that you can do. So obviously health, armor, handling makes you faster, range increases how far your shots go, and Mine Guard is blocking any damage from stuff you run over, such as mines or vehicles that you destroy. If you destroy a vehicle in front of you and run over it, you're going to take damage, like you naturally would. So, your main vehicle doesn't have handling or range because it's just going. It'll always just go. And they have slots for big weapons, like the EMP and the missiles and stuff like that. Oh! Hello! Hello, Shell. Hello, Mr. Bosco. We got a Bark Box yesterday, and they have been playing with it quite a bit. They loved it quite a bit. So I like to upgrade my handling and range first on the vehicles, just so that they can shoot farther and move faster, because otherwise it just is a pain to try to do anything. So now I have 10 parts, which I'm going to go ahead and just buy some fuel. So now I'm broke, but that's okay. We'll get money whenever we kill something. So we'll get the aid and just stick it on one of these things. We could sell it for 15, but in case someone tries to ram me, I want to have that option there. So we're done here for now. So let's see what the nearest main objective is and just start heading towards it. So that's way in the other direction. That's also way in the other direction. That's also way in the other direction. So all these are way in the other direction. So let's just start from the bottom and go from there. Alright, well, you're being followed by some privateers. They demand you give them 30 screws or they'll open fire. Well, I don't even have 30 screws, so we're going to get into a fight. Alright, so you can pause to make your movements happen. So we'll see where they go or where they spawn from. Alright, so you might see the number, the small kind of green number by our vehicles and the red numbers by theirs. That's the size of the vehicle, so this is a size 1 vehicle, meaning it won't be able to push anything over. The size 2, though, can push a smaller vehicle. So, anyways, it's always better to concentrate fire, so let's actually go for this guy down here and go for it. And fire a missile. And it is trying to get away. It cannot get away, though. It is game over for you. And then it's good to get out of the way. Alright, so let's target something else. Alright, and now that they're both next to each other, let's just fire that missile and make everyone's day. Alright, so that skull means coming up is an object that will just smash your car into bits. So basically, there's no way to protect against it. If you hit it, you will die. So, blue boxes are armor. The red line is health. So, and yeah, we definitely just want to be not directly behind it, so when it dies, get out of the way! Okay, good. Alright, so yeah, that could be bad if I had hit it. Hello, Carolyn, once again. It is, yes, once again stream time. So we got some screws, we got some fuel, and we took out some bullies, so yay. But you might notice that our vehicles took a little bit of damage, which honestly, compared to how some of my fights start, this is great. This is a great start. So, yeah, I'll just keep on heading this way. And we'll eventually reach those things. Hopefully we'll get into a few more fights and maybe find another camp. There's usually 2 or 3 maps per camp. Alright, you come across a lone figure standing by the side of the road, as his arm outstretches, is holding up a thumb. Hitchhiking in these parts? Seriously? Of course we're going to stop and talk to them. Man explains he is a free-minded spirit, soul-searching whilst traveling on McPrime. He tells you his next destination isn't too far from here and asks you for a ride. Well, we could shoot him in the head, or just ignore him, but you know what? We are good Samaritans. We are newly arrived on the planet. Let's just be nice. Alright, so, we now have a side objective, hitching a ride. So, by not too far, he means 155 kilometers away. I mean, that seems like a distance to me, but maybe I'm just weird. Yeah, David, this is, it reminds me of your game that you were designing, the Gears game. So let's go this way, because I know this road will circle around. And again, gas conservation is key. Let's head into here. Let's see what happens. The signal appears to be coming from an old saloon. There are several old cars in front that look like they haven't been started in a long time. There's a foul stench in the air. The saloon seems so still, so dead, so forgotten. Then suddenly, a large woman bursts through the saloon doors and yet she yells and cheers for you and your men to come inside. Yeah, there's nothing suspicious about this. Let's go get some drinks. You and a variety of crew head inside. Cobwebs and dust cover every surface except for the stage, which shines like it has been polished every day. On the stage is a young man wearing long jeans, a buttoned-down tropical shirt, and a tropical hat. He introduces himself as Michael Fritz and begins telling jokes. The larger woman begins serving drinks to the men. The cups look brand new, like they've barely been used. The liquid in the glasses look and smells fine. Sorry, I'll pass for now. You sit calmly and simply look at the drink. The rest of your men begin drinking, and within minutes they are all either yelling like madmen or are unconscious on the floor. You stand up to help them, but you are cracked over the head from behind. When you wake up, the woman looms over you holding your pistol. Well, what a shocker. So, you know what? You never go anywhere without a backup. She notices your intent and smashes you in the face with the stock of her weapon. When you wake up in front of the saloon, all of your scrap is gone. You find yourself stripped of all your clothes except your underwear. It looks like the woman and the comedian have cleared out this place, so you round up your crew and prepare to head out. After donning a new uniform, that is. Of course we're getting revenge. Judging from the tracks, you have a pretty clear idea where they could have gone. The hunt is on! Alright, Hitchhiker, we're gonna do a little side trip. Hold on a bit. So let's go this way. While driving through the desert, you spot what seems to be a Torvac mobile science station. Unsurprisingly, it is protected by a large number of Torvac combat vehicles. They're adapting an offensive formation, daring you to approach. Well, dare indeed. Let's go. As you move into the gauge, the mobile science station starts to power up some sort of device. You are unsure of its purpose. You know what? Caution is for suckers. Let's go. Alright. Alright, well, I shouldn't have moved. Should have just waited like I usually do. Alright. And let's fire a missile right there. Ah, they are dropping mines. Alright, well, let's... Alright, let's actually go down here and begin targeting that guy. Alright, well, that was smart of him, because... Alright. Now this is a situation... Bye-bye! Love you! This is a situation where if I had the EMP blaster, I could stun him, so he would just crash into that, you know, kill thing. But instead, let's just fire a missile. Alright, so 1 down, or 2 down, 2 to go. And we are on either side. What are you gonna do, buddy? What are you gonna do? Oh, we're gonna fire a missile at you. And just move aside like that. So, find some loot, investigate that mobile science station. I emit a loud wailing noise. A short moment later, you are blinded by a bright flash of light. When your vision returns, you see no trace of the Torvac mobile station nor any of the combat vehicles. They must have teleported away. It appears not everything was teleported away, as you find several bits of machinery and scientific equipment. Sadly, you don't find a functional teleporter, but you do manage to acquire 65 screws worth of equipment. That is great. Although it sucks that, you know, we're back to 0 because of the stupid thing. But, yeah, let's go ahead here. Signals broadcasts from decrepit semaphore tower. Its shutters still seem to be switching in a fixed pattern. Let's investigate. Judging from the equipment inside, you suspect this tower to have been part of a larger number of Murray 6-shutter optical telegraphs. You haven't seen any other towers, though, making this lone remaining tower all the stranger. Well, of course, let's look for loot. We need more. Oh, as far as blocking the guy's path, we can, but his handling was a little bit better than mine, so no matter what I would have done, he would have moved beyond me. Honestly, the easiest way to do is get a vehicle and be beside them, and then ram them into that object, basically. Alright, so let's look. After a thorough investigation, you find that the tower has been automated to repeat a single message indefinitely. You're not sure what it means, but the message is GNU Terry Pratchett. It would be possible to take apart the equipment for parts, although you're not sure if we should. I think Mr. Pratchett would say go ahead and take it apart. Alright, as you try to tinker with the equipment, you hear a voice that sounds like the sound of coffin lids. My, someone should have known better than to mess with things they do not understand. What the frick? Boom! Without knowing what happened, you find yourself back in the middle of the desert, the shutter tower nowhere to be seen. Well, that was a lot of damage. So, honestly, before we get our little bit of revenge, we might want to go just back to that camp and do some repairs. So we'll be after you in a minute. You just wait right there. Alright, so let's go this way. I think we can just kind of hightail it there. This stretch of desert has quite a lot of sand. Other bits of desert have loads as well, but this area looks particularly sandy. Let's investigate. It's coarse. Of course. It's irritating. And it gets everywhere. So, it's coarse. And it's... We're going. Alright. So let's get to camp. Alright, so in order to repair vehicles, it costs 5 to do armor and hit points. So I usually just repair until the armor is full. Or hit points is full, either one. So before I start upgrading anything else, we do need, let's see, what is the car again? Yeah, so what I'll do is I will buy a shield. I mean, I would love to get that 135 shield, but this will do for now. And then put the rest into fuel, because we're pretty low. And then let's equip that so we have a little bit more protection. Now the shield won't protect from like those events like the bombing from the tower or something like that, so. And honestly, I should have known Pratchett would have screwed us over like that, but you know, it's okay. JK Pratchett, we love you. Alright, so, that revenge thing. Also, how far is that? We're even farther away. That hitchhiker's going like, so you've been going the wrong way. It's like, well, you're the one who decided to ride with us. So, anyways, let's hit that. Let's get going here. Urban areas also count as roads. And you successfully tracked down the large woman and comedian who have wronged you back at the saloon. It does not look like they have noticed your support, just your approach. So, should we just be nice and radio and go, ahem, excuse me, you have something of ours? Or basically make sure they never ambush anyone ever again? Slaughter. I mean, we were trying to be a nice person. So, yeah, it might be that time. Rules of the Wasteland. Yep. We are adapting to Omek Prime. Slaughter it is. They remain unaware until the first year of firepower descends on them. Your lips curl into a smirk of satisfaction as you listen to the screams and explosions. After inspecting the wrecks, you manage to recover 71 screws and 31 fuel. Revenge is so sweet, especially when served cold. Alright, so yeah, don't piss us off, Hitchhiker, otherwise we will end you. So, let's go. Alright, a bit further ahead, you spot a Torvac patrol engaged in a fight. You're unsure what it is they're fighting, perhaps they're simply mock fighting as training. Let's just observe for a second. Keeping a close eye from a distance, you spot a lit figure harassing their vehicles, seemingly blinking out of existence, only to reappear sometime later. Whatever it is, the Torvac patrol is slowly whittled down. Let's get in on this. Maybe we can find a new person to join our crew or something. Alright, before we move the vehicles, let's see where things get positioned. Alright, so I like to take out the vehicles that aren't shielded first, typically. But that is closest. So let's see where they end up moving. Alright, let's see if we can get them here. Ah, I was trying to see if they would keep going because sometimes I'll just randomly miss and it sucks. But, Alright. Alright, let's move away. And then, you know what, actually, let's just target this one for now. Again, the shields are annoying, and it's easier and faster to take out these folks. Alright, I see that coming up, so let's just do that. Because sometimes it'll be a long stretch where you can't... like that. Normally it's longer, though. Alright, let's go here. And do this. Babushka. Having dispatched the Torvac vehicles, you look around for a sign of the mysterious figure. It seems to have disappeared. All you find is a medallion with a curious wolf-shaped head. Interesting. Let's inspect the wrecks. Alright. Ballistic computer helps with your range. Like, if you have max range and that, you can basically attack the entire map. So, yeah, unfortunately we are not finding the Witcher. Sorry. Let's continue on this way. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of roads that are taking us in this direction that we need to go, but we do have quite a bit of fuel now. Alright. Yeah, let's try to intimidate them. Alright, good. I don't want to attack quite yet. Alright. The signal is coming from a garage situated here in the desert. Broken down neon sign reads, Caesar's Chop Shop. What is a chop shop? Upon entering inside, you spot a gray-haired man. He's busy disassembling parts left and right while bobbing his head, drumming on whatever he's got his hands on to a rhythm only he can hear. Pretty catchy. Let's talk. Caesar looks up at your approach and says, New face, welcome, what can I do for you? Let's talk business. Running a chop shop here, talking business is easy. You got vehicles, I got parts. I scrap armor. It's what I do best. Taking a look at the stuff you got outside, I can probably use some of it. You have a deal? No. I like my armor. So no. Suit yourself. Goodbye then. And we leave. Oh well. Yeah, no armor makes your vehicles... Unless there was like a shop... Well, dang it. Oh well. Didn't know there was a shop right there, but eh. Alright, you arrive at the hitchhiker's indicated location. Off he goes then. Hitchhiker hops off your convoy. Thanks a lot. I'm glad there's some other open-minded individuals in these wastelands. He starts walking away. You know what? He was patient with us. He let us take him, all over the map. Best of luck. Adios, partner. Ah, kind-hearted after all. I knew I made the right choice to hitch a ride with you. You do deserve a reward. I have my own vehicle parked near here. Wait for me and I'll join you on your quest. Oh! We got the Hendrix vehicle. Let's go to the shop over here and see what it's got. You hear a horrifying voice coming from your radio. I am the Dusk Rider. I am a fuel-injected, out-of-control murder machine. Die, maggots. Okay. I mean, if you want to die that bad, sure. Let's go. Oh, let's just appreciate in this Mad Maxian wasteland world, some dude got flowered up on his car. That's sweet. All right, let's all take out this vehicle first. Or actually, what's your range? Actually, that's kind of a yeah, let's just take out this vehicle. You go there, you go there, and then you go there. Alright, and... Ooh, okay. Ah! Alright. Okay, before I unpause, let's make sure we get out of the way of that and launch it. Sweet. Alright, so this is a little crazy, for sure. We got that, so we're all just targeting that. Yeah, this is definitely a murder machine. Alright, so we got that gone. Alright. Come on, charge up. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's get out of the way. And let's have our Hendrix Sunflower Mobile. Oh, dang it. Oh well. So, you might see that out of range, right here, that means even though they're in the range, if there's something blocking line of sight, I can't target that vehicle. So I need to, I'll just back up and let Hendrix finish that vehicle off and concentrate on this one. Oh. And Hendrix, let's get you out of the way there. And let's get you over here. Ah, really? I thought I was out of the way. Oh well. Another missile. If you're gonna just be in the range of my fireball, I mean that's on you at this point. Alright. Wow. Well, okay, that definitely was a murder bot. Yeah, I definitely have a hankering to watch the Mad Max after playing this. I definitely want to watch Fury Road. I love the Brothers in Arms song. I like that, like especially for a big group fight. Like, yeah, just if you go on YouTube, do like Fury Road, Brother in Arms, like listen to that. If that doesn't get you pumped up for a boss fight, you know, like everyone needing to work together to take out this big guy, like, I don't know what's wrong. Alright, so we took the loot. We survived. And it's a good thing that we were right next to this shop because holy moly, that hurt a lot. So, let's go ahead and repair vehicles. Hendrix is fine. That's a really good vehicle, honestly. But actually, let's do that because you were kind of slow. Alright, now let's repair vehicles. Even though the armor is full, I definitely don't want to leave it at half health. Alright, and that's good enough for now. So, alright, let's take a look at what weapons that this guy has. So he has a heavy machine gun, and a shield Mark II. That is pretty impressive. So, let's see. If this shop has any ramming weapons, I will buy that and equip it to that level 2 vehicle. But it looks like all we have is Turbo and a Taunter. But I think that's a Shield Mark II, so let's actually... let's sell that. Okay, before we do sell that, just in case I'm incorrect, I want to sell this. Oh, do I not have enough still? Oh, sorry. 135. Well, either way, it's a good upgrade. So, for defenses. Shield Mark III. Oh. Well then, yeah, that's a heck of a increase. So, yeah, let's pop that bad shield up there. Oh, buddy. So, let's see. Shield Mark III has 300 hit points. The Shield Mark I has 100, and the Shield Mark II is, 200. So, yeah, we are definitely protected. There is a Shield Mark VI that you can get for your big vehicle, but it's timed, so eventually it runs out. Alright, so we're kind of in the middle of Dangerville, so we don't have any more side objectives. Honestly, the next step is going to be improving and upgrading various things, so let's see what the nearest thing is. Let's see. I think it's just barely this, but let's go this way because it's along the road a bit more. By the way, the more side missions and things you do, the more influence that each group starts getting. And if you fight depending on depending on where you fight a faction, if it's in one of their like blue area or the heavily tinted colored areas, their vehicles are going to be a lot stronger. I'll bet you get a little bit more rewards too. Along the highway, you spot a Quadanero Speedway. It looks like it hasn't seen maintenance in quite some time, but the entry ramp up here is functional. Attempting to use the speedway would allow you to regain 18 fuel at the risk of suffering damage if the speedway is too damaged. 18 fuel is quite a bit. Let's go. You drive your convoy up to the ramp, into the speedway, and prepare to get boosted. Multicolored forward-facing triangles surround you moments before you take off, the surrounding landscape turning into a blur. Everything is going well so far. Until now. Large quadrants of the speedway are missing, causing an imbalance in the repulsor field. Whilst you managed to keep your convoy in the speedway, rather than crashing off to the side, you did suffer some damage from crashing into the walls. Eventually you arrive at the end of the speedway and successfully return to the normal road. Well, that sucked. We're probably going to be going back to that camp for repairs in a second. Let's see what this thing is. The radio signal appears to be originating from a lone raider vehicle stood by the side of the road. Investigate. It would appear the raider vehicle has ran out of fuel, which explains why it is stranded by the side of the road. Well, you're a raider, and you're pretty much bad. Let's just forego the formalities. Before you have a chance to kill the raider, he manages to activate the vehicle's self-destruct function. It explodes, damaging your convoy, leaving no useful scrap. Well, tarnation. Okay, this is... Yeah, we're just going to go back to the... Let's see. Is that still the nearest camp, though? It is. Alright, so we'll just go back to the camp, Hopefully get some random encounters that will give us a little bit of scrap without killing that guy. If I can get some. Scour throughout this structured desert, you spot several mutilated corpses slowly rotting away in the unforgiving desert sun. Clearly, you're in raider territory. So we've already wasted the fuel I got from the speedway, unfortunately. Oh, there's a signal up here. Alright, let's see what it is. Signal is coming from a large congregation of raiders. You spot several vehicles ready for combat, but a lot of entourage as well. Let's radio them. Don't be shy, we ain't gonna eat ya, har har. You're just in time for the big event. Alright. I mean, they're not Reavers in this universe. So what event? We calls it the Murder Race. Murder Race? The Murder Race! Lots of murder going on? Yeah, and destruction. So, the Destruction Race. The Murder and Destruction Race. I am intrigued. Tell me more. Everyone starts off here at the murder start. To get murdered? You're eager, but no murdering just yet. Then, when you hear the murder shout, everyone races. The murder shout? It's just Fred giving a good shout. Nobody actually gets murdered. Fair enough. Everyone races to the murder finish. So, when do you murder? All the time. Care to elaborate? You can't win the race, so all others is dead. So, be the last one. Well, last one standing. Yeah, so you win? Let's start murdering. So we have a new objective. Let's go. Now, even though it says race, there is actually no time limit. This entire urban area has been recently massacred. The streets are covered in blood and bodies. The raiders are evidently in control of this area. Look for survivors. You come across a lone, mutilated survivor cowering in the corner of a wrecked house. He looks frightened as he sees you and starts making mewling sounds. Where did the raiders go? He tries to answer you, but coughs up blood instead. Before he has time for another attempt, he succumbs to his wounds. Damn raiders. Alright, let's see if we can get to the... Yeah, we'll be able to get to it. And hopefully we'll survive this first part. So this is a multi-part race. And they're... Find the survivor and kill them before they turn crazy on you. Yeah, that's... that might have happened previously. Alright. Other contestants are blown up left or right, but some of them move in to engage your convoy. It is the murder time. Oh my god. Alright, so I gotta keep this... Oop! Perfect. Go! Ah, dang it. Too slow. Alright, let's all focus fire on this. Alright, so let's... yeah, we'll do a little bit of split tactics here. Oh, whoops. Sorry, you go after that. Because, yeah, even though the range could hit, again, line of sight. Also, even though I have shields, if I did try to ram someone, it does direct shield and armor and hit point damage unless I, had that aid item, which I sold. Let's go with this one so they can come down faster. Oh, let's get him behind that. And get you both down here to engage this. Ah, he is definitely on my tail. Definitely wants some of this. Let's... Ooh, okay. Well, let's... So... Let's do that and that. Alright, let's hope he doesn't target my non-shielded guy. Whew. Well, got some fuel, got some loot. Let's keep murdering. Alright. So, before we go to the next spot... Bosco buddy, what do you... Okay. How did you get that? How did you get that? Aren't those on the counter? Alright, let's circle, let's circle, let's surround him. Let's surround him. Open up, Bosco. How did he get that?
I don't know.
They're on the counter, right?
Yes, they are on the counter. I don't know how he got
Did
it.
he just jump 4 feet?
I don't know how he got it. He was thirsty. Leave him alone. He was thirsty.
So apparently Bosco just jumped 4 feet up in the air. Anyways, let's get some repairs done. We'll do a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, and a little bit there. So yeah, that cost everything, unfortunately, but at least it got us ready for the next phase of the murder race. Alright, time for more murder race. Some other contestants that caught you by surprise and managed to get some shots in. Ugh, you jerks. How are we surprised in the murder race? Alright, let's again fire off there. Hopefully we'll actually hit them this time. Ugh, too long. Alright, and then we'll just all concentrate fire on this front guy for now. Alright, so that is definitely getting some hits. Let's see. Oh my goodness, they have really taken a beating on my main vehicle. Alright, well, 1 down, 3 to go. I kind of wish he didn't... Okay, let's go back here and do that. Alright, let's... Alright, and targeting and targeting. Whoop. There we go. Whew. Alright, we found items, more stuff. I think it's a 3 or 4 phase race, I forget which. We're going back. They'll wait for us. Oh, raider vehicles are on the horizon. Your radio picks up the following chatter. Alright, have at them. Come on, you apes, you want to live forever? I would normally say yes, but my vehicle is my main vehicle is super damaged, so let's see if we can avoid. I hate to spend fuel to flee, because I bet, you know what? No. Without armor, we really would just get toasted. Because most vehicles target your main vehicle first. So, yeah, we need to just repair this baby. Do a little bit there. Okay. So, let's get us a little bit more health on this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I hate that we're spending everything we make on just repairs, but... Alright. Let's do it again. I think it's a 4-part race. And... Whoa! What is this? Oh my gosh, that's... Unfortunate. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was trying to figure out who to try to target first. Let's do that one first, and you will go after this guy. Or, already dead. Alright, great. Let's then target this guy. That was super unfortunate. Now, if I had mine guards, that would have just been nothing, basically. Alright, I'll... Alright. Let's see. Jeez Louise, these guys mean very much business. Alright. Dang it. Did not manage to make it out of that trap. Let's go back here. Start targeting that guy. Okay, well, he's gonna get hit by that, unfortunately. But these won't be... Oh. Oh my gosh, this has been a mess. This guy is making so much money from us. Like, well, hello there. Yeah, let's get some mine guards, at least for our center vehicle, since they cannot avoid anything. And then actually do one more. No repairs. Let's get some upgrades going. You have the smallest shield, right? Yeah, let's get your armor pumped up. Alright. Oh my gosh, okay, hopefully this is the last one. Hello, hello! Better late than never. We are in the middle of some Mad Max craziness. Several raider vehicles approach your convoy. Your radio picks up a gibbering voice exclaiming, "Ever done the midnight fandango bathed in devil blood?" Let's prepare to dance. Alright. Okay, this is probably going to be not so pretty. Alright, let's all focus on this one for now, I guess. I was hoping to not need to go back before we go to get repaired, but this might actually be the end of our trip in the wastelands. We'll see. Let's see. Let's do that. And then that, and then you'll just fight that now. Alright, so maybe not over yet. Maybe not over yet. Let's see, which one are you targeting? Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Oh. Alright, so that one's down. Let's launch a rocket there, and you'll fight that one. Yeah, you can fight that one. Oof. Everyone focus your fire. That was definitely not worth it. Oh my gosh. At least we're getting some fuel from these back and forth trips, but still. That was, I think everything else was okay-ish. Just, they really wanted to take that out. Like I said, they tried to target your vehicle first. Why is there a peace van? We escorted a hitchhiker to, like, the middle of nowhere, and instead of asking him for a reward, we were like, alright, have a good time. And he was like, you know what? You guys jive with my sensibilities. Let's go adventure together. And your main vehicle is always locked in the middle. That's why there's never any, like, death things in the middle of the road, because your vehicle can't move. So we are doing major repairs. And I'll spend the last 10 of that on armor. Alright. Dear Mother of Lords, let's try to finish this murder race, please. Alright. Alright, let's see. Well, that guy ran into some stuff. Alright, let's... Alright. Let's target this guy first. And there you go. Still ran into it. Oh well. I was trying to dodge it. Alright, let's all target this guy now. Ah, whoops. Did not notice that one. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening on the screen at the moment, as you might have noticed. And sometimes it's hard to keep track of everything. So there can be the mines or something in the middle of the road. So that's why it's always good to get like a mine guard or something if possible for your vehicle. Alright, oh, whoops. Alright, let's see if we can box this guy in. Nope. Ah, oh well. So yeah, sometimes they just outrun you, so you can't do the whole boxing thing. But we can missile them both now. Oh, whoops. Let's get them out of the way, and then you need to get just way down here and start doing some damage. Let's get you down there, and everyone start finishing this guy off. All right. Only one more group of contestants left. Sweet. Let's go back and heal again. So this is actually our first little thing that we can add to our command vehicle. So now we can toss mines out. Whew. It is game over if your central rig goes out. Yeah, it started off real well. Then I started going down this murder path thing, and it's not been the best. So we're just gonna cross fingers and hope. I mean, I do have a mine layer now, which reloads pretty fast, and honestly can do quite a bit of damage. There's a foul stench in the wind. Let us tarry longer. Turns out you've already tarried too long as the source of the foul stench becomes evident. Let's just run from these guys. I want to finish the murder race. Murder to victory! Alright, here we go. Alright, so... Oh, is there only 4 vehicles? Oh, we got this. We got this. Alright, so let's aim that here. Also, aim that here. Actually, no. We're just gonna... Alright. So, yeah, that guy is almost dead already. Thanks to the combination, mine and rocket. So... Alright. So as you can see, the mine does have a pretty fast reload time. Ah, dang it. I was trying to get the mine out before it went back over there. Well, you made a mistake parking there. Alright, so let's... Alright, let's just drop this right here. So yeah, you basically can just launch it at people and it will hit them. Which I kind of like as well. And babushka, the murder race is finally done. Oh my gosh. Alright, with all the contestants destroyed, you head to the murder finish to claim your prize. Bask in murder glory. The crowd of raiders chant, "Murder! Murder!" ecstatically as you arrive at the finish line. Cannons are fired and confetti rains down around you. Or at least you hope it's confetti. You're crowned the winner of the murder race and win a new set of wheels. Awesome, let's take it. You leave the gibbering mess of raiders behind and continue on your way. We have now gotten to Diana. Anna. Die. Alright, what sort of goodness does the Diana have? Let's see. It has a medium railgun and a heavy railgun. Those are really good. It ignores shields. Basically, it just says, your shields mean nothing to me. So let's, that's okay. That's a little, That's a little, That is very much, Alright. I would have loved to have, replaced a little bit more, but... Or upgraded. We're gonna head out of, this, though. Maybe Murder Row wasn't the best way to go with the Peace Man. Probably not. We're just gonna head out of here, though. And hopefully not encounter too much more along the way to the, You spot a hulking metallic figure lurking by the side of the road a bit further ahead. You know, let's approach. Upon getting closer, you discover the figure is some sort of suit of armor. While it normally would be too heavy for an individual to wear, it has internal micromotors to assist the user with their movement. It seems to run on energy cells, but right now the entire thing is depleted. We need money. I think this might be another... You could turn it into a vehicle. It's like a transformer or something like that, but I'm going to be greedy and just say scrap. No transformers on this team. We don't believe in them. We are the auto deceptions. Oh, whoops. I think this... We wanted this. Alright. So, one thing to note, though, the map is always going to be the same basic shape. So the roads, the mountains, the placements of all that is going to be the same. But the objectives and everything else like that are going to be different. Ooh, another camp. Driving around the abandoned city, you spot a squad of raiders in an adjacent street. They're busy loading a variety of looted items from the houses onto their vehicles. Upon noticing your convoy, they panic and rush to get their vehicle started. Well, we are going to pursue and get the loot for ourselves. The raiders are able to navigate the streets better than your unwieldy convoy, resulting in them gaining distance on you. Pursue! Hopefully they have some fuel, because if we run out of gas, that's going to be very bad news for us. Alright, where are you all coming from? Alright, so... let's see, you're gonna... whoops. You have some decent range to start with. Alright, let's have you all start... let me see. Alright. Yeah. Alright. They should move into it, I hope. We'll see. Yeah, they do. Alright. And then... we're gonna launch this one at this guy. Ah, dang it. He was too fast. Oh, why are you not firing? Alright. Let's go a bit further back here. You know what, let's target this guy. Actually, let's target that guy for sure now, because he is almost dead. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's target this one. Because these three folks will be able to just murderate that. Oh. Alright, let's get out of the way of the death zones. Alright, that wasn't too bad. We did get some fuel, a light pulse laser, and investigate their ill-gotten gains. We found a minigun, those are good, and a cannon. Alright, well, we will be able to install those once we get to the shop. Alright. Whew, alright, so we made it. We cannot zoom out, or at least, if you can, I do not know how. So, let's see, what do you have? You have a light pulse laser. Then we have the minigun and a cannon. So that's already doing quite a bit more. The cannon does some AP damage as well. Let's see what the other vehicles have. That's okay. Those are okay. The railguns are definitely good because they ignore shields. So I think the light pulse laser is getting replaced with a minigun. Although, yeah. I'm just thinking to myself, I wish I had more weapon slots. Because I like that that does AP damage. The heavy machine guns do not. Let me see. So that can be scrapped for 35. That's scrapped for 35. So it does judge them roughly the same cost. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get that replaced, because overall, especially if we're fighting tankier targets, the more armor you can reduce on them, the faster you're going to be doing the damage anyways. Sorry about the Transformers. So, we are going to make a lot of money from this, though, so we will actually... Whoops. Get... to see what they have. So they have aid, the turbo. The aid helps if you're going to be a ramming machine, like say with this chainsaw. Huh. Alright. This could turn into a buzzkill killing... Well, I don't think I'm going to do that. It would be fun, though. Because that's a level 2 vehicle, but honestly, I don't think I would take... If I had a level 3 vehicle, I definitely would buy the chainsaws and stuff like that, because they'd be pushing everything over. Especially with the aid to make them immune to damage. But anyways, so it's going to be just some repairs, and then a bunch of upgrades. Alright, so let's get you pumped up a bit. Let's get your Mind Guard maxed out, so hopefully you won't take any damage from that. And yes, I do know I need to get some fuel. I just want to get everyone's Mind Guards at least to mitigate that kind of damage. Yeah. Alright. And then let's get some fuel. Alright, so we have a little bit of fuel. We're doing a little bit good. Yeah, let's get that flux. Signal originates from a mostly destroyed building. The interior of the building is devastated, but you find some stairs leading towards the basement. Whatever is emitting the signal is coming from downstairs. Let's head down! Heading down the stairs, you reach the basement where you find a large wooden table with a lone raider sat behind it. The table is filled with a replica of what appears to be Omega Prime, several small miniatures of vehicles, and a variety of polyhedral shapes. Oh no! We're gonna get into Mad Max D&D! The raider was sat behind a screen made of cardboard, but as you came down the stairs, he stood up and announced, "Welcome, stranger, to the world of roads and raiders!" I mean, we gotta play. Great! Okay, you need to create your character first. Don't worry, it's pretty easy. Since you start at level 1 as a Raider on Omega Prime, you receive several characteristic points to spend on your 3 main aspects. Because the Raider class is the most basic, there won't be any modifiers after you spent your CP on the 3A. Easy, right? Generally, what you want to excel in one of the aspects, so I'll help you on that. Which aspect do you want your character to focus on? Ace driving, badassery, smack talking. Ace driving, of course. Cool, an ace driver! Make sure you're never far from your vehicle and you give it some sweet upgrades. Okay, that's your aspects done. You also need to distribute your facet points. Because your primary aspect is ace driving, you get a discount if you spend any FP on facets that use your primary aspect, such as Vroom Vroom and Papa Wheelie. Right. Raider presents you with a piece of paper filled with numerous different facets, pointing out that you can allocate the points you have to the different facets. You glance at the lengthy list, which includes such things as Vroom Vroom, Knuckle Cracking, Sick Burn, Pew Pew, Swagger Walk, Handbrake Turning, Elbow Grease, and Knowledge Sand. Let's distribute those points. Since you're only level 1, that's nearly it for Raider creation. You've got to align yourself. Excuse me. You've got to align yourself with one of the Raider clans of Omega Prime, though. Well, we just came from the murder race, so let's go with the murder clan. The murder clan is mostly into murder, to be honest. They have an uneasy alliance with the Blood Spillers, mostly because they need them to do the talking. Still, they're good at what they proclaim, so you start with 3 additional weapons. They're the Shanky Shank, the Gruesome Garrote, and the Plank with the Nail in it. So, you ready to start? Let's go! Okay, so you start this adventure inside your trusty vehicle. It's a rust bucket right now, but if you manage to gain some levels and loot, you could upgrade it later. Your clan sent you to patrol a section of the desert on the lookout for intruders. It's been a quiet patrol thus far, but suddenly you spot an unidentified vehicle in the distance. It's definitely not a Raider vehicle. Oh yeah? What do? You know, let's radio, we gotta communicate, we're talkers. Okay, so you radio the vehicle. You need to make a roll to see if you succeed. If you're good at smack talking, you'll be able to add your modifier to the result. Raider threatens you a polyhedron and urges you to throw it. I throw the die! Wow, great result! You lay down the smack on the radio, which distracts the other vehicle so much it loses control. The vehicle veers off the road and accidentally hits a cliffside. Instant death! Cliffs are OP! Alright, let's check out the wreck. Okay, you stop your vehicle to loot the wreck. Better hope there are no other baddies nearby. Right now, we're on the loot table to see what you find. Alright, let's roll. Your pretty average result. Looks like the minigun on the vehicle survived the battle. You take it. Let's install it. The Raider snickers loudly behind the cardboard screen. Yuck, yuck, yuck. You can't install the minigun on your vehicle. You need a garage for that. I use my elbow grease facet. Oh, you put points in elbow grease? Yeah, totally. In that case, you can install the minigun. Okay, so you discovered enemy activity while also on patrol. You should probably return to headquarters to report. We don't follow no rules. We keep going till we murderate more. Okay, you patrol for a while. Nothing happens. So returning to headquarters, right? Are you railroading us? This is roads and raiders. There's no railroading in roads and raiders, just roads. Patrol again to be sure. No, you can't. Look, you gotta go back to HQ. I didn't prepare anything else, and the Roads and Raiders module I bought doesn't tell me anything about the surrounding lands. Stop railroading! Being a roadmaster is hard work. Think you're a better Ryan? Sheesh, I'm trying here. Fine, fine. Sorry we got out of hand. We had some expectations. We didn't communicate in the beginning what our expectations and what your expectations were. It's miscommunication on both sides. Okay, we're sorry. Let's move on. The Raider sniffles. That's okay. I'm sorry too. I'll try to prepare Norn next time. So, back to HQ. Very well. Okay. So you prepare to return to HQ. As you're moving along the road, something may happen. Roll to see if you get a random road event. Why didn't you let us do this on the patrol thing? Come on, RM. Think about it. Ooh, that's a random road event. You see something in the distance. The Raider rolls furiously behind his cardboard screen. Yeah? You smash into a cliff at depth and are instantly destroyed. What? But I dodge it. I'm an ace driver. Too late. You already crashed into it. You're dead. Where did it come from? It was there because I rolled a 3, so it was always there. Cliffs can't walk. Yuck, yuck. I dodge it. What the hell? Cliff, it was next to the road and you drove into it. Now you died. Stupid cliffs are OP. They're an appropriate challenge for a rookie raider on their first mission. Besides, the enemies are hindered just as much. Dodge the damn thing! Okay, I don't want to shoot him. I don't want to shoot him. He did his best! Farewell, RM. You did us proud. There's only one ending in our Roads and Raiders. After executing the port stop, you rifle through his belongings and managed to recover 40 screws. I'm sad. Why? Well, I guess that's that. Let's get that flux capacitor. Out of nowhere, a hail of bullets hits one of your vehicles. Evasive maneuvers! With some quick evasive maneuvers, your convoy manages to remain unscathed, so that's far. Time to fight back. Stupid raiders. Try to take me on. You have no idea who you're messing with, buddies. Alright, so rocket there. You aim at that one, and you three are going to just tell this one... Whoops, sorry. Alright, this one made a mistake, and we're doing that. Oh, all three at once. And then launch the mine there. And then... Let's see. Alright, so that is a quick death for the bottom one. That happens when you have 3 vehicles ganging up on them. Alright. Whoops. Need that to move a little bit. Let's concentrate on this one for now. Alright, almost on that. Let's see. Alright, so that is only one left now. Yeah, once you get 4 vehicles, it is a lot easier. Because you have more things to kind of subtract damage and stuff like that. Also, with 3 of my vehicles shielded, they don't really take a lot of damage. So, alright, let's keep going deeper in. Let's tag these side objectives. A large number of raiders are gathered around a massive stadium. Screams, chants, and other assorted rowdiness indicate some sort of violent event is going on inside. You're being contacted on the radio. Let's hear it. You're just in time to enter the Destruction Derby. Come on in, unless you haven't got the balls. Destruction Derby? Many vehicles enter, but only one van leaves. You know what? Let's do it. Let's bring it on. Time to enter the Rumble Dome. Let's do this. Let's see. Upon entering the vehicle of one of your vehicles, you see a variety of battered and roughed up cars. The countdown begins. I'm kind of... Yeah, we won the murder race. This is easy. We don't have to chase anyone. I don't have a lot of aggression, or sorry, a lot of handling, but I do have good weaponry, so full-on aggression. You fire up your weapons and drive around furiously, blasting every other vehicle you see. Boom! You shoot down several opposing vehicles. Boom, boom! The other competing vehicles are destroyed one by one, and eventually you find yourself the last man standing. Awesome! You got some parts and fuel. Come on, don't mess with us. We own this. We own Omeg Prime at this point. You come across a Torvac checkpoint, they hail your convoy. Let's hear it. Greetings, we are in the process of establishing new checkpoints in these lands. However, due to unforeseen pylon-related circumstances, we have a necessity to manufacture more of them. Construct more pylons! We can't spare the vehicles to transport the pylons ourselves, which is why we have hailed you. We will reveal the location of our pylon construction facility and allow you to work for us. Sure. Alright, so we can help them with pylon deliveries a ways away. Let's hit this flux capacitor first. Raider vehicles are trailing. As soon as I step on the scene, I'm hearing a hoochie screaming. Well, you're gonna hear something scream, that's for sure. Alright, let's... Alright, let's target that because it seems they're going there, and then let's target that. Oh, well, so that was quick. Probably didn't need to launch my mine at it, that's fine. I'd rather overkill than underkill. Alright, that's another one down. How about you two take out this one, and you two work on this one. Oh man, I did not realize my armor was that low on my vehicle. That is not good. Alright, let's toss that. Alright, and then a rocket here. Another cannon. Oh, I might replace one of my machine guns with it. But actually, I think I need to find a camp because not having a lot of... Ugh, dang it. Okay, let's do the flux capacitor first. It might be risky. We'll see. Alright, you arrive at the professor's laboratory. The plot around it is littered with various bits of machinery, presumably discarded experiments, whilst the laboratory itself appears to be an old hangar. Let's approach. As you head over to the laboratory, a white-haired, distraught-looking man walks out. He looks startled as he sees you, adjusts his glasses, and exclaims frantically, "What? How? You found me? I'm warning you, I've got mighty science weapon things. I'm not afraid to use them." Let's... He has a flux capacitor. Let's calm him down. After explaining that you're stranded on Omeg Prime and are in need of a flux capacitor, the professor looks a lot less panicked, although still slightly erratic. I see, I see. No revenge squad out to get me for lack of payment. Excellent. A good thing, too. You might be surprised to learn that I was, in fact, bluffing about my mighty science weapon thingies. You don't say. So, flux capacitor, you say? I've been experimenting on those things I have, trying to assemble one onto a regular road vehicle. The possibilities are endless. Unfortunately, because the capacitor needs such a high energy, but I made a rather unfortunate deal with some local arms dealers. It didn't go too well, and they're out for my head right now, but you look like a capable bunch. If you go ahead and take care of those nasty privateer arms dealers for me, I'll get you that flux capacitor for your spaceship. Or I'll just take it from you. No, I'll help. I'm the nicest guy. Alright, but first, camp. Because I am low on that. Your radio picks up a signal. You hear a mad voice give her, another fool fell for it. Activate the mines and kill them all. Suddenly, you're surrounded by blinking red lights and raider vehicles rapidly approach you. Let's defend ourselves. We can just do some swerving. It's going to be a lot of swerving, I feel like. Alright, let's aim that there, aim that there. Alright, and let's... Alright. Needed to get them kind of in a specific space. Yeah, armor's gone, I know that. Alright, so this is going to be just a lot of fun dodginess. Alright, well that's dead. Let's fight that one next. And the blue ones are EMP mines, which stuns them, meaning they can't really do anything. So, let's see. Let's get all the way to that. And actually move up here. Alright. Let's move up there with that one, and after this mine, we will move down there for that. Oh, I did not realize I have both my things up. Let's shoot at this guy then. Ah, dodge that. Alright. Dang it. Oh well. Ah! Didn't see that up there that I'm about to hit. Okay. Move there. Alright. Poof. Wonder how your scanners failed to pick up that minefield. I wonder that too. Come on, let's just make it to that shop. Oh my goodness. Alright. Thank you, roads. I have a lot of scrap, so I'm probably going to be able to upgrade some stuff pretty nicely this time. And, alright. First, I think we'll remove one of those and place that on to, again, do more, armor-piercing rounds. Oh my gosh, that took a lot of damage. Alright, so we're pretty good on everything. I'll just get that up to a little bit more. More of that for you. Let's see, let's get everything up to at least level 2 handling and mine guards. So I don't need to worry about that as much. Alright, Then let's start pumping up health and armor on everything by at least 1. Oh yeah, I need fuel. Well, dang. Oh well, okay. Should have bought some fuel first. That's okay. Alright. I think we are really doing well as far as the, see a stranded raider further ahead. His vehicle appears battered and broken. He clambers up from the ground and waves his arm trying to get your attention. Stop and see what he has to say. Raider looks severely dehydrated and begs for some water. After refreshing his throat, he stammers, "My crew just left me here for dead. Y'all look pretty tough, though. If you help me fix my car up here, I'll join you and shoot him, kill whoever you want." Yeah, no. Boom. You feel slight satisfaction as the Raider slumps to the ground. The vehicle looks too run down to ever start moving again. It seems best suited to scrap for parts. Let's scrap it. And let's go back for more fuel. These shops love us. Alright. Let's get at least there. And then we can upgrade a few more things. Like that. Alright. Then we're off to the flux capacitor. Alright. Getting out of the real danger zone there. Let's see what this signal is. Drive past the Corporation checkpoint. They attempt to radio with you. Sure. We greet you. We need you to transport our mil-spec ED-209 for us. We will pay well. What is this mil-spec? We do not think it is important for you to know. We wish to know if you are interested or not. Sure. Small Torvac vehicle delivers a cargo crate to your convoy. We are pleased. We will supply you with the appropriate coordinates and will reward you upon successful delivery. Okay. As you leave the Torvac checkpoint behind you, one of your engineers seeks you out. Excuse me, sir, I was thinking perhaps we shouldn't deliver this Torvac mil-spec thing. We could try selling it on the back market, or I could have a look for it myself and figure out if it's worth something. Have a look at it. Alright, your engineer opens up the mil-spec cargo. It appears to be some sort of humanoid robotic figure. He starts tinkering with it. Fingers crossed! Are there stairs in the wasteland? Let's hope not. They successfully dismantled the robot. Great! It looks like the robot was packing some serious equipment. Heavy beam laser, auto... Wow, awesome. What's the nearest shop? Please don't tell me it's all the way back to... let's keep going to the flux capacitor. But those are some major upgrades. Let's keep going. It turns out it wasn't swarm locusts at all. Distort their signal. You did distort their signal, but after a while they start emitting red lights and start shooting lasers at your convoy. Eventually you manage to surround them before they do any major damage, and we manage to get 6-2 scrap and circuitry. Sweet. Alright, flux capacitor, and then back to the shop to officially upgrade. Let's see. Alright, you found the privateer arms dealer who had been troubling the professor. Approach them. Turns out the... Holy frick. Well, Hendrix just got tanked. Turns out the privateers had noticed your approach and prepared an ambush. One of your vehicles suffers damage before you have a chance to react. Open fire, you sons of guns. Okay, well, we need to get them safe. Alright, well, we got a lot of... Alright, let's see. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna move that there, and launch a missile. And a mine. Whoa, whoa, I think one of them has missiles too. That's not good. Let's move that way and hope they don't. Alright. Well, they took out my main vehicle, unfortunately. Alright, let's take out this. Alright, let's move out of the way there. And I think this has some mines to it. Normally, if any vehicles cut in front like that, they usually have mines. So we need to get them out of the way. Let's have you two take out this guy that doesn't have any shields. And you, with a railgun, you start taking that guy out. And then you start heading towards that guy, and we will, in the meantime, launch and launch. Wow, that died faster than I thought back there. Alright. Alright. Let's blow up this last guy. Whew. Alright. Well, we defeated the guy. Now we can hopefully get our flux capacitor. Is there a nearer shop than the one that's way down there? Yeah, there's one up here. Alright, let's do that. I don't want to stop by anything else until I get there, honestly. You come across a lone man wearing what seems to be a sandwich sign. Let's approach. He seems to be wearing a sign of the Lucky Peacock, the mysterious traveling casino. Since the Lucky Peacock travels all the time, it can be difficult to locate. This man, however, offers the latest coordinates freely to anyone interested. Let's at it. I love to gamble, and one of the vehicles that you get needs you to win the jackpot there. Normally I just lose all my money, though. Pretty fast. I'm not the best at gambling. Oh, come on. Let's do it. Alright. Okay. First, let's do some repairs. Alright. Now, let's do... Wow. Yeah. That cannot miss. That is great. Let's go ahead and equip it where that was. And then we have an autocannon. That is also very badass. Let's see. Let's get you just really decked out. Alright, and then... Alright, I think that is good there. And then we have, what is this? Whoops. It's a Mark III shield. So that, I wish I could equip this, but it only has 2 weapon slots, unfortunately. So, let's see. That's a Mark III already. That's a Mark I, so we will... replace it with that, so that is now a Mark III shield. And I think everything else we're going to sell. So that is okay. That is okay. That is okay. That is okay. Now, as I get closer to the end boss, I'll want to specialize in either lasers or conventional weaponry to try to get that achievement for that. No, unfortunately, the only things that can go on the main thing, if it has a gray sea, which none of these have. So, I'm going to buy first the fuel that I need to kind of hit some places up, and then let's upgrade. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, well, definitely need that. Honestly, because everything is pretty well protected and shielded, I think I want to just get handling up first to make everything just super, super speedy, I think. Let me just make sure everything's at level 2 Mind Guard at least. And you know what? Let's get everything at level 2 range first. so I don't need to maneuver as much. I should have done that at level 2 range. Oh well. That'll be next. Okay, I think there was an exclamation point right down here, so we can hit that up on the way down to wherever we need to go. Broken down privateer vehicle by the side of the road. Let's investigate. Great! We're heading right back to install that railgun, because railguns, I think, are pretty boss, since they ignore shields. Alright. So, you have the minigun. I think you just have a regular cannon, right? Yeah. So, even though the railgun does a little bit less damage, because it ignores shields, and I think the minigun, or the railgun does AP damage too, it's just that much better. So let's get this up to range 2. And... Alright. Now it's starting to get expensive for upgrades. Honestly, getting this to max protection first is probably the most important, since everything else is about as upgraded as I need it to be besides health. Alright. Alright, so now we go to this exclamation point. Which one are you? You arrive at the pylon construction facility. It is teeming with vehicles. They look too numerous to fight. So you say, but yeah, let's hail. We have anticipated your arrival. We will give you the coordinates the pylon must be delivered to. We will report you upon delivery. A light vehicle approaches your convoy and delivers the pylon. After having left the facility, an engineer remarks that you could take apart the pylon rather than delivering it. It would be worth a sizable amount of parts. Let's actually see if we get any prizes for this. So is there anything up here? That's the thing I hate about this one. I think I'm gonna do this one next, honestly. Let's see, that's down there, that's down there. Alright, yeah, let's do this first. Because we're in this corner of the map, and I don't know if we're going to be coming back again. Alright, let's investigate this scorched crater. You inspect in the crater, you find 3 corpses next to what looks to be some sort of broken elevator. 3 corpses seem out of this world, one of them being an insectoid wearing a red scarf, one of them an unusually tiny human next to an enormous sword, and finally a human wearing an impractical tweed jacket, still clutching a pipe. Amongst the corpses lies a yellow pulsing crystal. Let's inspect it. As your engineers prepare to take a closer look at the crystal, your scanner shows incoming vehicles. Rushing back to get ready to fight, it turns out to be Korvac. You know what? Let's radio them. Torvac demands possession of the crystal the Endless. Probability of it remaining intact after obtaining it by force insufficient. We suggest you leave the area. We will give you 45 scrap. Well, you just gave me a named artifact here. I'm not going to pass that up. You know what? I feel comfortable in our odds against you, and we have railguns against your shields. Alrighty. So, okay. So, I know you two have... Whoops, sorry. I forget. You two go back here and handle shield guy. So we don't need to worry about those. Alright, you two... Let's go... here and handle this guy, and then so that's a size 3 vehicle, and that also has a railgun, so that needs to die real fast after we finish off this one anyways. Alright, so that one is dead. Let's go after this now. Now, when this destroys, our vehicles shouldn't take any damage because I maxed out their mine guard. Let's see. Yeah, no damage. So, if there's ever any mines that come across our way, it's fine because it's not going to get any damage now. Alright. Alright. That is one gone railgun. Alrighty. And that is gone, so let's have you all start climbing up here to focus on this. And I know it's almost 9, but I think I'm just going to make it run long since I didn't do a normal stream yesterday. I'll make this one run long and see if we succeed or fail. Alright. Let's just finish this guy off. And... out of the way! And then back down! And that is already dead, so out of the way! Alright, so, let's check on the crystal. Your engineers take a closer look at the crystal and conclude it could be used as a rather effective power source. It would take 15 screws to make the alteration to your MCB to use the crystal as an energy source, but it would free up 9 fuel. Yes, that would be an excellent trade. They successfully make the alterations to your MCB to house the crystal, freeing up some fuel. Let's move out. Because normally, 1 fuel is 10, so we just saved like 80 scrap right there. Yeah, let's keep going. I don't need to go to the shop yet. I don't want to hit any of these side points. I just want to hit this thing. Alright. So, judging from the tracks of destruction left in the wake of numerous vehicles, you can only assume you are near the James Fay Warband. The only upside to the warband is it moves quite slowly, giving you ample time to catch up. If you have more preparations to do, now's the time. Let's take it out. You pursue the warband, and it doesn't take long for the first vehicles to detach and attack your convoy. Let's rock! Alright. Alright. So, let's have you all go after this vehicle. You two go after this vehicle. Oh well, missed that. And we're about to kill that guy, so let's go ahead and move them around to here. Oh, alright. So, we had a rocky start, but I definitely feel like we are doing some really good. Or not, what am I saying? We're doing really good now. Before you have any chance to recuperate, more Raider vehicles move aggressively towards you. Engage. Alright, where are they coming from? Alright. So how about you two, or actually, you three are kind of in a good spot for it. So you go back there. You deal with this vehicle over here. And let's do that and that. And that one is down already. So let's go ahead and move up here to deal with this. Alright. And that is another one down for the count. Oh my goodness. Yet again, we stand victorious. Yes, we do. Alright. Appears that James Fay has finally graced you with his presence. This is it. If you defeat him now, the blue R99X chip is yours. Murder, death, kill. Murder, murder, murder. Oh, you say that. Alright, so finally an MCV versus MCV fight. But you might be able to see he has 4 of these missiles. So we're going to be doing a lot of moving. So we're just going to go ahead and move everyone kind of just up there, respectively, and then we'll go from there. Where's his other vehicles coming from, though? Alright. Let's have you two railgunners target the shield. Let's have you both target this guy. And, oh, something stunned me before I could get anything out. That's unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Lots of moving and wheeling. Ah, my gosh. They are definitely putting a pound into my vehicle here. Alright, let's all focus on this one. And you move out of the way. Alright. Once the missile hits, we'll move out of the way of that. Alright. Next is this vehicle. And then for you two, yeah, let's target that. Okay, because he has no armor, that will definitely hurt if we get hit by that. And I got stunned again, so I can't... Alright. Alright, let's start targeting them while the other vehicles can, waste these two, hopefully. So, if we're close enough to his vehicle, he will start targeting himself. Alright. But that means I do need to move these guys out of the way, which I wasn't thinking about. Ugh. Oh, it just took shield damage at least, so... And, oh dear, okay. Alright, let's go back to these positions here. And actually, let's finish off this vehicle before it tries to do anything else to us. Alright. Only us and the Raider Cappuccino left. Okay. I can safely fire that rocket here. Warband of James Bay lies in ruin, and you finally managed to acquire your prize. The blue RX chip, which was used to operate most of the systems on their engine of destruction. And we recover a lot of crap. Alright, let's put the hammer down and head to the nearest shop because we need some repairs. Alright, where's the nearest camp? Alright. A voice calls out to you on the radio. Are you the scumbags that stole our food cubes? Explain that you know nothing of these food cubes. They do not seem interested and start firing. Oh dear. Alright, this might be rough. We'll see how it goes. Oh, buddy. Alright. Let's get back here, and I don't want to die here after doing so well otherwise. Alright. Alright. Let's just, yeah, let's get cracking on this guy back here. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, jeez. Alright. Let's do that. Have you guys focus on this. Oh, dropped a mine. Let's move out of the way of that. And then move out of the way of that. Alright. Alright. Alrighty. Whew. Alright, let's cross fingers. Yeah, I definitely should have supercharged. I will supercharge past anything else from here on out because yes, I need to get to camp. Need to get to camp. Need to get to camp. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Whew. Alright. Broken, battered, and sore. But well, there went most of the stuff we earned. So I'm definitely gonna pump up the ratings on this guy because he can't have shields. And then I have enough fuel. I'm gonna save this for just future repairs and stuff like that. Alright, so we have two different side quests. Let's do the pylon delivery, and then we'll hit up the professor and get that part. Alright, as you traverse this stretch of desert, you spot several wrecks partly buried by the sand. Let's investigate. Oh well. Privateers are definitely thorough. Alright. Trying to navigate here without wasting too much fuel. So yeah, the further you get in the game, basically the factions are going to get a lot more control over different areas until there's no neutral areas. You're just going to go through like different hotspots. A variety of Torvac vehicles are gathered here. It appears to be some sort of exposition. Let's investigate. We welcome you to the Torvac Weapon Exposition. We have many high-end weapons available for purchase. Well, how about I expose you to my weapons attack? Because I could buy them, but I don't have enough scrap, so I won't be able to do anything anyway. So let's see if I can win some. Oh, you silly gooses. Alright, let's send the railgun vehicles after the railgunner up here. And then let's have you two decimate this. You're still moving, right? Right, got it. Alright, and I think that's going to be adios to that vehicle after that. Yep. Oh wow, there's a fifth vehicle. Alright. Okay, let's move back here and target this guy next. Let's first move away from there. And then move back there. Right, and shields cannot block running over things, basically. So, wow, how did it take so much damage? I think it ran over some stuff, I guess. Well, yeah, the railguns, like, I'm so glad I won the murder race, because the railguns definitely take out everything. Alright. We find a heavy plasma blaster. That's gonna be great. Let's continue on to the pylons, though. Investigate that wreck. Sure. Ooh, leech drone is something that we can equip. So the leech drone is actually really good for our main vehicle. It basically steals health. So that will definitely mitigate some of the future costs. Alright. Let's hail that checkpoint. We anticipate your arrival. We thank you for your services. My reward? We have not forgotten. We offer you one of our vehicles. We offer you one of our weapons. We'll take the weapon. A medium plasma blaster. Sure, I'll take it. So let's see. Next is nearest camp. Oh gosh. Alright, let's actually head down this way, because I know there's a camp down here. I should have followed the road. Oh well. Sand, it's everywhere. An unarmed six-wheeled vehicle is in the process of extracting some resources from nearby rocks. It is currently circled by several monster vehicles circling their weapons. Move in to engage. Alright, railgunners, do your job on this one first. And then you guys, let's work on this vehicle. Alright, we'll fire that one next, and fire that one. Alright, so next one up is this one as far as the non-shielded ones. And now that that one's out, railgunners, continue on to the next one. Oh. Well, I'll help with this one, at least. Let's just... Oh, no! Dang it. Oh, well. I thought I could catch that guy. I should have put it ahead of him, honestly, but... Alright, shields down. Oh, I didn't move out of the way of that one. Oh, well. Okay. All the attacking vehicles have been destroyed, just as the infantry vehicle has finished extracting the resources it was after. Much obliged! As a matter of our appreciation, we're able to share a shield generator with you. Best of luck in your endeavors. You've obtained, what? A taunter is not a shield generator. Oh well. That one is worth so much less. So we'll discard the taunter. Honestly, though, since we do have 4 things, we should just head to the nearest camp. I think the nearest camp is going to be, yeah. Alright. Good thing I kept going this way just a little bit. Alright, roads will make us faster. Alright. Honestly, what I really need is a super railgun. The highway leads you towards a small hamlet built by the road. Sadly, they won't be able to service your convoy as the entire hamlet has been ravaged. Most of the buildings have been burned down, trashed, and looted. You don't see any sign of life anywhere. Let's investigate. Judging from the krugery on the walls, this was obviously the handiwork of local raiders. Turns out the raiders were more interested in kidnapping the local population than in monetary worth. And we scrounge a little bit. Enough fuel to get us to here, I guess. Alright. So. Let's see. Very effective against armor, not so effective against health. Well, boo. Well, first off, though, let's equip that to here. Get some drainage going there. Okay, so let's see. We have a minigun, railgun, heavy beam laser, autocannon. Alright, so it's not that I'm getting close to the end game, but I have many more low-tech weapons and high-tech weapons. So I'm going to just try to... I'll sell these. Even though it would destroy armor. I don't think that's really a huge problem for this group at the moment. Alright, let's top off. Alright, let's see. Let's get that maxed upgraded. Let's get the Diana maxed there. Yeah. Let's see. And honestly, I think getting everything to 2 health and armor is next. So let's do that. Well, actually, first, let's do it for you. And then let's see. Because the vehicles do have different capabilities. Even if with the same upgrades. I like this one. It's a little heavier. So in case this one gets damaged or killed, it's fine. So, whoops. Alright, so we'll upgrade your armor. And actually what I'm going to do is switch out your weapons. Yeah, I'd rather have this be... If anything's going to die, I don't want it to be the railgun vehicles, so... Bigger is not always better. Alright, so let's head to the flux capacitor guy. Let's hit some side objectives on the way there. Know where a hail of bullets barely misses you. Well, I am not surprised. I am always expecting an ambush. That is exactly what a Master Thief would expect. Alright, gotta get my railgunner up here. So that one will go after this. And this. And then let's do that, that, and let's start draining this one. Alright, so that one's down. Alright, so next one is this. Alright, you need to get on the other side of that. Well, they already took off the armor off of Diana. That's not good. Let's, oh, sorry, that one is not dead yet. And let's go ahead and back up to here, and then I can do that right there. Did not realize that they were just sitting there. I don't know what you're thinking, guy, but you are about to get toasted. Oh, well. Let's move these guys up. Give us a little bit more. Oh, I need to get the, Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Don't die! No! Oh, is super sad. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Alright. Hopefully we'll find another vehicle. Yeah, I was definitely... That was my bad, not paying attention. Alright. So, let's get some health drain going. Let's do that and that. Yeah, I have a feeling that might have been, unfortunately, a little bit of GG. Because unfortunately, when something dies, it takes any weapons and stuff with it. You can't, like, just stop and pick them up, unfortunately. Let's drain some more health. Alright, well, let's, honestly, I think it's time to go back to the shop. Just, the sad thing is the shops, whatever product they have, it's static. So, they're not gonna take, basically this is what they got. So, it's not worth it to try to... I think I've also gotten to all the camps in the game, or in this scenario, anyways. So it's not worth it for me to try to just hunt for another vehicle. I just have to try to get lucky and do it. Alright, so got that. Got that. Alright. On to the flux capacitor. There. Okay. Big red barrel's standing in the middle of the road. You're right in front of it. Let's look inside. Barrels filled with rectangles that sport some buttons and a reflective STN LCD. Accompanying these are a lot of cartridges that have a lot of different pictures on them. Some portray 2 overweight plumbers, whilst another shows 3 golden triangles. Your crew looks elated and quickly distributes these spoils. As you prepare to head out, you hear one of your crew members excitedly claim, "I choose you!" I wonder what that was. Obviously, it was the Luigi sisters and Link, the Adventure of Zelda, I think. Alright, you return to the laboratory and tell the professor about your success. He looks elated and happily exclaims, "Aha! Wonderful! Great, 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 great! I knew I could count on you." So the flux capacitor, yes, yes. I'll get one up and running for you using your spaceship. No problem. Just wait here. I'll be right back. We wait. And he returns to a fully functional flux capacitor. We stash in our cargo hold, thank the professor, and leave. Alright. So. We're... Oh. Vehicle wrecks. You realize this is a popular raider ambush site. Let them come. I need the kills. Alright. At least I still have my 2, railgun vehicles. That would have been no bueno if I lost that. Unfortunately, it was the hitchhiker that died. No peace. No more peace fans. Alright. Ah, I got stunned. I was wondering why I wasn't doing anything with that. Alright, so let's do this. And then let's do that, and that, and then this. Alright, so that's one down. So this guy will, let's just say, target that one. Alright, so let's mess those guys up. Oh, crap, crap, crap. I was so busy looking at the back. Need to look at the front. Alright, let's all target this guy. Whew. Let's get some loot. Wasn't the best. Yeah, I think we found Tamagotchis and other things. Ooh, omnidirectional. Oh. Let's do this real quick since we're in the area. Alright. You arrive at the office of Eiffels Incorporated, a large building which probably also houses the actual production facility, surrounded by an electric fence. It looks exceptionally well defended. The fence is auto turrets positioned along its circumference, and you see signs indicating a minefield and heavy vehicles patrol the perimeter. Before you can approach any further, someone attempts to radio you. You know what? I've never attacked the office. You look at the auto turrets, minefield, and heavy vehicles. Let's try it. As you approach the facility in offensive formation, all turrets open fire on your convoy. They manage to blast away one of your vehicles completely. Not the Diana! Okay, that's it. That's fine. This is fine. Lost my rail guns. Oh well, that's fine. Ah, I got stunned. Alright, so let's do that, and then that. Ooh, let's try to block. Let's try to block. Yes! Alright. One down. This is possible. Golly, so many things. What? I mean, if you want to die... Sure. You manage to destroy the defenses of the facility. You find some loot in the wrecks. You're not quite sure what kind of vehicles Eiffels Incorporated was using, but that's no concern anymore. Let's investigate. The employees of the facility are cowering in a corner, hoping you won't notice them when you are approached by two slick-looking businessmen. Greetings, sir. My name is Samuel Eiffels, and this is my brother, Maxwell Eiffels. We'd be happy to supply you with whatever it is you're looking for in order to stop you demonstrating your obvious might. What were those vehicles you had? They were supposed to give us protected, costed us quite a bit too. Quite a mysterious bunch, always going on keeping the balance in check. Well, things certainly seem off balance now. Was that it? Will you be leaving now? Give us all your parts. Parts? All this instruction for a simple robbery? I hate to disappoint you, but we do not have a large staff of parts laying around. Perhaps you'd be more interested in robbing a bank? Are you mocking me? We would not dare. Please excuse our mannerisms. You perhaps be interested in our very fine stem bolts. Fine. We've already had a shipment prepared to deliver to your convoy. It seemed likely that you came here for the stem bolts. They will be delivered shortly. Please, leave us now. How about you die now? Oh, take care, Sammy. See ya. Yeah, we have completely, become accustomed to the planet. You die. We suppose you could do that. Sadly, that would activate our self-destruction sequence. So no, we do not intend on dying. Take your stem bolts and leave, sir. Fine, we leave. Alright. Well, I didn't think we were going to survive that. We did. Let's now... yeah, let's go to the camp and repair. Let's... Oh, they want their robot back. We're diverting course. Alright, let's get to the camp ASIP. Get some repairs done, then we'll return everything to the ship. Try to remain unnoticed. Alright. Oh gosh, this definitely went sideways a bit. Alright. So let's do some repairs. We'll sell that. We'll get a little bit of fuel. Alright. And whoops. Let's repair. And then we will upgrade. Let's get handling up to max. And then health up to max. Or not up to max, but at least upgrade. Alright, let's check out this thing. Oh, and then we're gonna drop those off at the ship so we can open up room. Investigate the wreck. Investigate the coordinates. Sure. Let's attack. You know what? We're going for broke. All right. Let's try to kill that one real quick. Alright, now that one's finished off, let's go back to here. Ow. Alright, let's concentrate on the shields. Ooh, let's try to surround it, box it in. Keep on boxing it in. Keep on boxing it in. At this point, the cheap kills is what we gotta do. Alright. And then let's do that, that. No! Dodged. Oh well. No, thank you. So got that one dead. And soon to be this one dead, hopefully. Move aside real quick. I mean, we'll take these deaths. Alright. Time to keep going to the base. Well, we'll still investigate stuff along the way, of course. You never know what it might be. Alright, you come across a raider outpost. They attempt to radio you. Let's hear it. Sure. What kind of wares? Alright. Let's investigate the cargo. Let's offer to return them home. We'll return these slavers. Or slaves, I mean. We're not going to return the slavers. We're going to kill the slavers next time we see them. Alright. Let's investigate this bag. Let's keep checking the bag. And open these letters. Look for more letters. Let's deliver. We're going to be a postman. Sorry, I'm just kind of speeding up a little bit because I know it's taking a little bit of time, so... Alright, let's approach this metallic figure. I've come to help you with your problems. So we can be free? I'm not a hero. But you will... The problem's plain to see. But you will become one. Oh, boo. I'm pretty sure I had to do the things in a certain order. I'm pretty sure that was a song or something. I just can't remember how it goes. Okay. Alright, we delivered those things. So let's see, that's 130 away. That's 150 away. Where is the nearest camp? Other way. Well, let's see if it comes up here. Let's radio them. Multi-pass? Multi-pass? Friend with amazing hair. Alright, let's go to the camp first, and then we'll, repair and stuff. Or what's that? Oh. Let's attempt to radio them. Let's attack slavers. Can't allow this on my watch, even though they... Okay. This only looks bad. It's still fine. Wow, I don't know what killed my armor all of a sudden. But death to slavers! It's worth it in the end if I die. Wow, how did... Oh, it has a health drainer. Let's just kill that real quick like that. Alright, that's one down there. Okay. Alright, let's move back a little bit and then fire. Ah, dang it. Yep. GG. Well, sorry for the slaves. We tried our best. Alright, let's go to the camp. Who's gonna interfere? Well, we'll do our best. Honestly, at this point of the game, you really only find like maybe two. Whoops. Actually, this is a. Oh, I played already. Ah, dang it. And let's see. Let's drain some health if we can. Oh well. Still, that was a better run than most of my runs on normal. Actually, that's the best run I've ever had, excluding the one I had on easy. Unfortunately, didn't unlock anything, I don't think. But we did get a little bit closer to spending 1,000 fuel, 10,000 fuel in total. But yeah, so yeah, that is Convoy. Like I said, I really enjoy it. It is definitely hard. Never gonna get 2,000 bolts to spare. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting take on like that whole FTL everything mechanic and everything like that. But yeah. Only I feel like this could have been a great run until I just stupidly got my hitchhiker killed. Like, everything was fine. I will admit, I got tilted at that point, and I was like, I'm not feeling 100% about this run anymore. Because, yeah, if shops don't have vehicles to buy, it's super rare to find more than one vehicle. I lucked into 2 vehicles, like I know there's the murder race had one. I didn't know about the hitchhiker thing, so yeah, like I wasn't gonna get any more vehicles after that point unless I got super lucky, which I think my luck had run out by that point. But anyways, yeah, definitely like it. I am probably excuse me, I'm sorry. I actually got a bunch of what was I gonna say? I lost track. I know I didn't stream on Wednesday. I normally don't stream on Fridays. I'm not sure if I will. I might. I might not. It depends. I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out that problem with Icewind Dale. With the bugs and everything like that, and see if that can work. Yeah. And of course, I always appreciate everyone watching the stream, and if you're ever wanting to kind of bring some of this entertainment home to you, you can look on various stores and stuff like that. But we also have, board games for rent. We've been cleaning them and stuff like that, getting them ready for more folks to enjoy and everything. I'm actually going to be making some deliveries for them tomorrow. But yeah, if you are in the need for some board games, getting that tactile sensation that you can't get from like Tabletop Simulator or Board Game Arena or any of those types, Tabletopia, whatever, just let us know. Go to our webpage, the csgcafe.com, and we have our list of games available for rent up there, and you can check them out. And yeah, I deliver all over the city if you need it. So yeah, thank you again so much, everyone, for putting up with the longer stream than usual. A lot fewer dog interruptions this time. That was kind of crazy. Oh, I said dog and they started to rustle, so alright, I think it's about time. You all take care. Have a good rest of your evening, and maybe see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Bye-bye, Zels.